Dungeons and Dragons is adults playing pretend. I mean, it could be kids too, but it's us coming together and telling a story together. My name is Thamas McGowan, and I work here at Gamesville Tabletop. I mainly do retail here, but today and every Wednesday I run D&D for the store because that's my thing. Where we left off, our band of adventurers were met by one Professor Fia, friend of David, what the plan is to do for the games I'm doing here, bring in new people. I'm supposed to bring in people, rotate them out after 4 games, and I'm running a very episodic game that way. I don't have to plan out like deep political conflicts between, leaders of different countries, or this overarching storyline of, this evil mage trying to bring an army of undead and conquer the material plane. Yeah, I don't have to think about all that. I'm like, okay, wouldn't it be hilarious if they had to steal poop from an ancient red dragon? That was literally my first game. You hear,
none have fallen. None have acted. Let me burn the fire in your spirit.
And with that, all along the lobby. Don't tell this to my players. I don't know what's going to happen. And the more and more I try to control where things go, the less fun it is. The less fun it is for my players, the less fun it is for me. It's more fun when you give people lines and they play off of it, they run with it, and sometimes the players will have a better story idea than you will. And if you roll with it, it'll seem like it's your idea all along. You awake to darkness around you, and you hear a voice. Travelers, adventurers, one will prove worthy and reap the rewards, or all shall perish. In the center, you see a massive clock tower. And with that, swing all the way to the 30-minute mark. It appeals to all sorts of people. We had a couple in there. We had a parent and 2 children in there. We had some people who were experienced D&D gamers. We had people who've never even touched the game before. I've run games for people who've never even heard of D&D before. You guys have 1 minute? I definitely think there are a lot of misconceptions out there. I think those are getting solved because people are being introduced to the medium and people are experiencing it. People like stories, and everything they do, there's always a story to be found, and Dungeons and Dragons is the ultimate form of interactive storytelling. It's what I tell pretty much everyone.
Well, I take the cloak. I take the cloak off.
The very first thing I told this group here, and it's the very first thing I'm going to tell to every single group that happens, Dungeons and Dragons isn't what's in the book, it's the people at the table. It's the people you're playing with, and it's the interactions that's happening between you. And that's what it's all about.
I've spent so much of my life since, and I pause here because it's a very emotional thing for him, and